training solar reps to sell remotely, and what is the 80-20 rule? Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. My name is Ivan, and I help people start and grow a profitable solar business selling over the phone and being location independent. If you want to know how this works, first link will be in the description. Now, if you are brand new to the channel, consider subscribing. The button's down below. Please subscribe so we gain force. There's no one doing this, okay? Let's be honest. There's no one else putting out content the same way that I am putting out content. I'm doing it all for you because I don't want you to be clueless. I don't want that to take you years to understand, like what it took me years to understand. So the best thing is follow the channel and also the training below, which would be the first link. In this video, I wanted to discuss with you something that I have going on that works really well for us and our clients that we've helped build massive solar dealer model businesses, which is the 80-20 rule in training and how to train solar reps effectively, how to train people effectively. Doesn't matter if you're in solar, doesn't matter if you're in insurance, doesn't matter if you're doing anything else. First of all, if you want to train people effectively, you got to do it daily. Just like taking a shower every day, you have to also be doing training every day. And a lot of people are like, well, we've already gone through the training and there's nothing that needs to be learned. Listen, get rusty after a while. And so in order for you not to get rusty and get the rust out, sometimes you need to be doing calls. And on the call, it doesn't just have to be training. You could literally be pitching each other. So you get the rust out and you're not rusty on your initial calls because you might have 5, 6, 7, 8 opportunities a day, maybe less than that. I don't know. Depending on what your schedule is, you can have less opportunities. So would you like to be your very best at those calls so you have bigger opportunity actually closing the deal and making money? Or would you rather waste the opportunity because you're rusty? You don't want to be wasting leads and opportunities. So you have to obviously train every single day. Every single one of those days is going to be different, okay? Depending on what's needed. Some days you got to pitch each other. So ideally you want to be talking to at least 2 salespeople because salespeople are obviously very competitive and they like to push each other by looking at the stats, who's doing what, you know? And so you always want to have at least 2 people on your team. What I mean by this is when you're doing the training call, some days you're going to be pitching each other just to get the ring rust out. Some days maybe people on the team will have questions and maybe you need to answer those questions for them, or the sales trainer needs to answer those questions for them. Doesn't matter, but the point of the matter is that every single day could be different in terms of training. But what you need to have for sure when you're training people is you need to have recorded calls. So I've said this a gadillion times before, but I want to keep iterating that because it is that important. You cannot train a team without recording the calls because you have no data. You have nothing to listen to, nothing to go back to, right? Nothing to reference. And the 80-20 rule that I have is very simple. It's basically 80% positive reinforcement and 20% negative reinforcement. What do I mean by that? Well, if you have 10 calls, 8 of those are going to be breakdowns of the good calls, meaning a good way of handling objections. Maybe there was a sale there, so we're going to look at what made the prospect say yes at the end. And you're going to have positive reinforcements on those calls. You're going to look at things that the person did well to lead them to the point of closing. And in the 20%, we're going to focus on, let's see who screwed up and let's examine why you guys screwed up. Now, most of the times, good closers and good salespeople, even without listening to the call, they might already have a clue of what got them there, like what lost them the sale. But sometimes people don't, especially when you've had like a few calls a day and all of those lasted for more than 30 to 45 minutes, sometimes an hour. You don't remember. You know, sometimes at the end of the day, we're like, did I talk to this guy? Because you're that busy. Not to mention that you're following up in between. Okay, so there's a lot of people that you're talking to on a daily basis. There's no way sometimes to remember what happened on every single call, even if you took notes. Sometimes it could be nonverbal communication. It could be you presented a loan amount. It could be anything, but you said it without being confident. You said it in the mental space where you lack confidence. Well, obviously you wouldn't be able to write this down, and so you would have to listen to it. It could have been something that the customer said and you completely disregarded. You didn't answer the question. You didn't handle the objection if that's what it was. And you just try to play it off and move on. Well, that could have lost you the sale right there. But there's no way for you to know that's exactly what cost you the sale because you never listened to the call. You never referenced back to the call. And that's why you need to have recorded calls. That's the 80-20 rule of positive reinforcements versus negative reinforcements. The 20% of negative reinforcements is you screwed up. Let's see why you screwed up. You guys saw that? All right. we all agree that we shouldn't be doing this. Get it? That's what it is. So that's the 80-20 rule when it comes to positive and negative reinforcements. And you all need to have that. And I believe that the 80% rule is I'm going to be showing you what to do, not what not to do. Because sometimes if you're doing 50-50, if you're like, okay, why can't it be like 50-50? Because I would like to be more positive than negative. We're not going to completely be like all like rainbows and unicorns and no one ever screws up anything, because we still want to be smart about it and learn from our mistakes, right? Obviously, you lost a sale, you lost the company money that we paid for out of our own pockets. Well, let's see why you screwed up. Now, I don't want to dabble too much in the loss, so I want to pay attention to what you did to close the sale, not what you didn't do and why you didn't close the sale. But it needs to be a balance, and I believe the healthy balance is 80-20. 80% positive reinforcement and only 20% negative reinforcement. If you have any questions about working with us when it comes to generating leads and appointments, second link in the description below, you will be able to schedule a call with my team where they answer all your questions. If you want to know how to build a remote solar dealer model, selling over the phone, being location independent, the whole 9 yards, and how to do it from your freaking bedroom and make millions of dollars in solar, first link will be in the description. Go check out free training. Let me know how you like it. If you have any burning questions you want answered on the channel, make sure you post them down below. Don't be shy. Appreciate you. I love you for watching this video still, and I'll see you again in the next video.